Hi everyone, we are still in Module 2. We're in Topic 1, Lesson 4, Activity 2, which is on page 217. Hey, habits of mind, model with mathematics, use appropriate tools strategically. Use equivalent ratio tables. So now we've kind of been working with how to set up the ratio tables, and now we're going to kind of just practice it and apply it here. So the school has planned a pizza party for 6th grade tomorrow. That would be nice. Tracy is in charge of ordering the pizza for 450 students. The pizza parlor said 2 pizzas would serve 9 students. Tracy started a ratio table to help her determine how many pizzas to order for 450 students. It says complete Tracy's table and explain her strategy to determine the number of pizzas needed for 450 students. So it looks like she has the 2 pizzas per 9 students. And then we have these arrows pointing to, let's see, she has 10 next. So how she go from 2 to 10? That would be a times 5. And does this work here? 9 times 5 for 45. Yep. Then from 45 to 450 would be a times 10. So a 10 times 10 is going to give you, right, 100. So how many pizzas does she need to order? 100 pizzas. Okay, and then it says to explain the strategy she used. So what did she do? So first, I'm just going to do this, multiplied the number of pizzas and students by 5 to get 10 pizzas and 45 students. Next, she multiplied, I should have just done the little symbol, H by 10 to get 100 pizzas and 450 students. Okay, number 2, complete the table to show the number of pizzas to order given the number of students. Explain your calculations. In class, I'm going to have everyone do this on their own, so I would like you to pause the video and do that right now. Come back when you are finished, please. Okay, so I'm going to assume that you've worked through this some. So we already had the 100 here, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in from up here. So how do we get to 135 using any of these numbers? Well, I know 45 times 2, or 2 45s would be 90, and then another 45 would be the 135. So right here, I can do a times 3. So that means here, I'm going to do a times 3. So I'll have 30. I'm going to switch colors so it makes it easier for you all to see. Okay, 270. So 135 to 270, that's just doubled right there. So I can easily just say times 2 and times 2 to get 60. Okay, now getting to the 225. How could we get to 225? And when I see that, and you might have a different way to get there. I see half of 450. And I'm going to totally change my color here. Maybe. Half of 450 is 225. So that I'm going to divide by 2. So 100 divided by 2 is going to give me 50. And this makes sense. 270 is greater than 225. So the corresponding part of the ratio, 60, should be higher than this next number, which is 50. 225 is less than that. 50 is less than that. Okay, what about 900? How can we get to 900? What about 450 to 900? What do you do to get there? Times 2. So 100 times 2 is going to give us 200. 1,350. How are you going to get that one? And again, there could be more than one way to do this. What I see when I look at it is I knew the 45 times 3 gave me 135. So 450 times 3 is going to give me the 1,350. So I'm doing this little number 450 is being used a lot here. So 450 to here is a times 3. So the 100 is going to be a times 3. Now you don't need to draw all of these arrows if you can see it without it. So 100 times 3, 300. If you want to draw all the arrows, you go for it. Whatever makes it make sense in your brain. I like to color code it if I'm going to do all that, or else it just looks very confused. Okay, so how many students will 12 pizzas feed? Well, 12 isn't on our table here, but we can go back to what we did previously and just set up some ratios here. So we had 2 pizzas feeds, I'm going to put some students down here, 9 students. So how many will 12 pizzas? That's in our numerator. So how do we go from 2 to 12? We do a times 6. So 9 times 6 is going to give us 54 students. I'm going to circle that right there. It's our final answer on that one. How many will 20 pizzas feed? So again, pause and figure this out. So 2 pizzas over students, 2 over 9. Pizza, student. You can label it if you want here. I'm okay if you use the letters. Whatever you need to do right here. 20 pizzas. So how do you go from 2 to 20? Times 10. So 9 times 10 is going to be 90. So that was a times 10. A times 10. So 90 students. And lastly is how many students will 90 pizzas feed? 90 pizzas. So 2 pizzas for 9 students. And now we want 90 pizzas. So 2 times 45. So 9 times 45 gives us, and if you don't know, work it out. Put it over here. You don't have to do it all in your head. 9 times 5 is 45. Put down a 5, carry a 4. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 4 is 40. So 405 students. And there we go for that page. You can pause so that you can get it filled out. If you had anything wrong, please make corrections. Okay, and we will see you for activity 3 on the next video.